Hey, this is Jennifer from Solo Travel Girl. Welcome to Chew with Jen. Wait, am I live yet? All right, let me do this over. I still don't get this whole live broadcast thing. Anyway, hey, this is Jennifer from Solo Travel Girl. Welcome to Chew with Jen. I am on the Viking Torgal. All right, let me just remember where I am because I'm still trying to get these Portuguese names right. I do know I'm on the Douro River in Portugal. And today is August 1st. Well, it's August 2nd in my world. It's August 1st in your world. I'm in dun dun dun. I'm in Meow, kind of like meow, but I'm in Pinhão, spelled peach, A-O. Anyway, Pinhão, Portugal. We left Betitos this morning, and we went to a place called, I'm going to mispronounce it. My Portuguese still isn't good. Rejua. And then we were there for a few hours, and then we actually, most of us got on a bus and we took a tour. We went to the Matouche winery, or the Matouche estate. But the Matouche, this is what they make, Matouche wine. And I guess those of you from the 60s, I think 60s, 70s, maybe 80s, 90s, you would drink this, and then you would stick a candle in it. It would be your candle holder. And yeah, brought myself some of this in a smaller bottle as well. After that, we toured where Cinnamon is made, Port Winery. Saw the vineyards, which were just spectacular. I mean, it was just a postcard picture day. Just these vineyards with the I don't know, just along the mountainside, just sculpted and kind of like steps and all that. And then just looking down to the river, it's just magical here. It is just gorgeous. All right, sounds like my laptop's getting ready to take off. Let's not hope that's the case. Anyway, so hey, what's going on? I did have some questions. All right, let me hide this. I have my Google. I'm not prepared. It's midnight. I'm tired. I'm tired in a good way. That's all good. All right. Screen share. Q&A. I'm opening up the Q&A. All right, so go ahead and submit your questions. But I had a question submitted earlier. Let me just pull that up. Hope everything is going well in your world. Oh, also, but my day started, my alarm went off at 6:01 because I always keep odd times on my alarm, so I make sure I get up. And I was going to go back to bed, but I looked outside my cabin window and my balcony, and it was amazing because last night was a blue moon, which is the second full moon in a month. The moon was up there. It was reflecting on the water on the Douro River, and there's this light ribbon of fog underneath it, and the green mountains in the background, and the sky was like this really darkish blue, but you can tell the sun was getting ready to rise about a half hour later, and it was just too pretty to go back to bed. So I stayed and watched the sunrise this morning, which is all good. Anyway, question was, how long did it take me to get through the lock of Carrapatello? All right, so the reason why I got up so early at 6, even though I went to bed at 1 yesterday, was because we went through this lock. And I did post a video on my Facebook page, facebook.com/solotravelgirl, and it is Europe's largest lock. And surprisingly, it didn't take that much time at all. Once we got ourselves positioned in there, and once they brought down the door, which is like a guillotine type door, it probably took maybe 15-20 minutes for it to rise 115 feet, I believe. But the strange thing was that they had to take everything down off the boat, like even the railings, they had to collapse those off. And there was a bridge there, so none of us could be sitting underneath it. And even the wheelhouse, the captain's frame, they brought that down. So that was pretty wild. Here's someone outside. I think it's all good. I'm not being loud. Anyway, So then when we went underneath the bridge, we actually had to duck underneath the bridge. So the whole process maybe was half an hour. But tomorrow, I thought I was going to sleep in, but we're passing through another lock. And obviously it's not the largest lock, but apparently it's pretty scenic, and we're going to be facing a granite wall, and then the boat's going to have to turn 90 degrees in order to exit that. So I'm kind of excited about that. But yeah, it was really, we were up top, and then we had to duck down so our heads didn't hit the top of the bridge. So it was pretty wild. So yeah, I guess, I don't know, a half hour to 45 minutes was the whole process to pass through that lock. Then the other question was, have I spoken to anyone who had a longer journey than me? And well, I've spoken to people, really haven't talked about travel, but pretty much everyone from the States had the same amount of travel time, although there were some people from California, so they had a longer distance to travel than I did. On this cruise, we have Americans, Canadians, a lot of Europeans, or I should say the Brits. There's a lot of Brits on here, Scotland. But we also have some people from New Zealand on this trip, and I haven't met them yet. I know who they are, so they definitely had a longer trip than I did. All right, so do we have any other questions? No. All right, so I just have to say that, yeah, again, I'm going to wrap this up short because I'm like really tired. Anyway, Viking, I don't know, busted my misconception, I guess, or my perception of cruising. I've never had a desire to go on a cruise, and after seeing like those huge ships, I mean, I live in Florida, I live near ports. I've seen cruise ships. They're like, to me, they're like floating cities, and I don't know, that's just a lot of people for me. But this, there's less than 100 people on it, and the itineraries are, or there's excursions included in the itinerary. You don't have to pay extra for all of them. Some of them you do need to pay extra, but many times just each day there's different itineraries. Also activities. Today they taught us some Portuguese. We had a Portuguese language lesson. Here's the little worksheet. Tomorrow they're going to have a cooking class on how to make these yummy custard tarts. So that'd be fun to make back home and maybe taste with some port wine. But it's just a really nice experience. And do the excursions if you want. You don't have to do them. You can go to the meals if you want. You can go off ship if you want to do that instead. But yeah, I mean, I want to do this again. It's just a really cool experience. It's a slower pace than I'm used to, but I think that's what physically or mentally I need these days. Also, what's cool is that they have a newspaper for whatever nationality you are. I didn't get today's, but this is the USA Times, and I find it interesting. You know, they talk about cop pleads not guilty in traffic slang. And there's a lot of things about man who killed lion keeps a low profile, or there's a lot of things about gun violence. So I don't know if they think that that's all America is a lot of gun violence. I hope not. There's more to us than that. Crime has no address. Oh, and then the question was something about pickpockets. Well, one of the I'm sorry, I'm just if there's any questions. But a couple on the ship, they told me tonight that their camera was stolen when they were in Lisbon. I guess there is a problem that it does impact the visitors going on the cruises. Has no address, and unfortunately that happened to them. But anyway, everyone's realizing, you know, I'm walking around with my little gadget here, and they're like, what is that? What is that? And I have it, this, and I have, you know, I'm looking at my phone. So I'm like, oh, it's a camera. It's a GoPro. This is my monitor, and they're all excited. Anyway, so a lot of people have now asked for me to share photos with them, and I'm happy to do that. All right, my friends. I know this was short. This is 10 minutes, but I appreciate you tuning in. Again, this is Jennifer from Solo Travel Girl. I'll try and do this again before the cruise is over. But this was day 5. I can't believe it's already halfway over. And so I have Wednesday night is my last night on the ship, and then Thursday I know I'll be ready to come home. It's always fun traveling, but I love coming home. I don't know, it's all that patriotic feeling I get going through customs and whatnot. All right, as always, thanks for watching and make it a great day. I'll catch you later this week. Bye.